KENB Pure Light Special Edition Work in Progress by K, aka Kyokushinoyama. Jesus, even my inner weeaboo had trouble with that name. Pure Light Special Edition. The mod author requires people to read the description carefully and entirely, and I would wholeheartedly agree because this ENB takes a little bit more attention than a normal ENB, but I'll walk you through it as best I can. Here is a very work in progress version of KENB Remastered for Skyrim Special Edition. For now, ENB binaries functionalities are pretty limited for this new version of Skyrim. The KENB will evolve along with ENB future development. Please bear with the mod author if it does not feel home for users of his previous presets designed for the original Skyrim in 2011. Lots of changes and adjustments to come. The mod author is releasing this version as a test one, hoping that some of you can enjoy it. Be warned that the download size is quite heavy, since the mod author's setup relies on various textures for lenses, dirt, grain effects. Also, the game will take a generous time to load, since there is a lot to load from the ENB shaders. One thing, the mod author would like to take the time to salute the invaluable work of Marty McFly, without whom a tiny bit of this setup only would have been possible. His advanced depth of field is not only gorgeous, but evolves every day. So please, endorse this preset, endorse Marty McFly's great work as well. He deserves so much more. Now you're going to need the ENB binaries to work. Right now we're on version 0.310. Then you're going to have to download and install Reshade 3.5. Only install the binaries from the ENB series, D3D11.dll, D3 compiler, 46E.dll. Those are the only two you need. Now, to get this mod up and running, there's been a lot of trouble people have had here. First off, you're going to have to download and install Reshade 3.05 like I said before. But when you install it, do not install the shader collection. This is a common mistake people make. I myself have done it. Only use the ones that the mod author provides. I must say that the Pure Light ENB is actually quite beautiful. I've grown to like it a lot. It's definitely probably one of the best ENBs out right now. I'm enamored with it for the simple fact that this is like the perfect ENB for showcasing mods. This is the perfect style ENB for me when it comes to showing off the beauty of a texture mod or an armor or simply like a food mod that makes food look more realistic. This ENB is exactly what I would look for when it comes to screenshotting or just showcasing other mods. In and of itself, it is beauty, and as the mod author said, it comes at a price that is without a shadow of a doubt here. My rig is 4790K on water with a 980 Ti hybrid cooler, which is also water run. This ENB still, this can pull me down to a crawl if I go too far on a zoom in, simply because the dynamic depth of field is so powerful. It requires so much juice that my game actually slows down in a way I haven't seen on Skyrim in years. If you do not have a beefy rig for this, I would strongly suggest not zooming into anything and just staring at it for prolonged periods, or your game is going to start to stutter incredibly. But it is a price you have to pay. This is something I would suggest to anyone with a 980 Ti and up. If you have a 980 Ti, 1070, 1080, Titan X, Pascal, this ENB is totally doable, especially if you're in the 1080 and up range. If you're running a 980 Ti SLI or a 1070 SLI, hell, 1080 SLI, you will not have a problem here. The mod author saying that it would be best if you downsampled it from a higher resolution like 1440p would probably look gorgeous, but you'd probably take a huge performance hit if you don't have the rig to handle this. I had to overclock my GPU just to really get in those beautiful zoom in shots without having my game slow to a complete crawl. There is a dip from 60 FPS without a shadow of a doubt on my end. Therefore, I strongly suggest you have the rig to do this. Don't download it and then start screaming, Gundam, this fucking thing slows me down like crazy, because it will. And if you don't have the PC for it, it's gonna really hurt your frames. Also, keep in mind, this is a public disclaimer. It is using Reshade 3.0.5. Therefore, when you install this mod, you have to make sure that you follow all the instructions, and once you've done that, remember to press Shift F12 as soon as all the shaders load. When you get in, you select the Skyrim any file from the top of the screen thingy. I'll probably have to show you in the video, it's hard to explain, but there's going to be a little arrow pointing down in a big red box where you'd write some text or something. Just click the arrow and select the any file, then reload it, and your game will look fine. If you do not do this, you will have a very blurry screen and the game will be either A, unplayable, or it will hurt your eyes. So please remember this one factor that has to be done. It's easy to forget, especially if you're new to Reshade 3.0. Overall, I have to say, this is a lovely Reshade / ENB. It's amazing. It's great. This is one of my favorites without a shadow of a doubt. And since this is only a work in progress, it's only going to get better from here. I am beyond impressed with this. I really am. It's only an alpha 3.0. I applaud the mod author. This is a great piece, and I highly recommend it to anyone who has the PC that can run it. Well, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. Thank you as always for tuning into my channel. Do not forget that I have a second channel if you like my rants and more wacky videos where I complain about YouTubers running websites where teenage girls send them panty shots. Then you want to go there. If you just like mods and gaming news as well as hardware leaks and specs, then just stay right here. Oh, I also have a Twitter and a Twitch. I Twitch at odd times. A lot of people don't get to see it. Forgive me. Well, I'm going to go now, okay? And adios, bichachos. Poor George Michaels is dead.